The Terps have not missed a shot in the second half and lead 52-35 to match the largest lead. Suleiman racing to the bucket, went for the jam and got fouled.
I'll tell you what now, with Jake Lehman out at the top of that zone, as tall as he is, as long as his arms are, as active as he is, he can really disrupt an offense. He got his hands on that ball, and Suleiman just goes to attack the basket. Peck gets back to block the shots, but Lehman was the one who tipped that away and disrupted everything.
%72% from the line of the season for Rashid Suleiman. Does have 9 assists tonight. That is a career high.
He's got
7 assists in the game against Georgetown, too.
He's got 9 assists, and we still have 15 minutes to play in the game.
4 points now for Suleiman, all in the second half. 54-35, Terps in front of Maryland Eastern Shore. Again, the Terps have never lost to the Hawks. 16-0 when they last met in December of 2012. And Maryland scored 100 to beat them. To the Maryland bench.
Suleiman just rolled that one out of bounds. I think that he thought Carter was going to go one way. Carter went the other, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
Maryland outscoring Maryland Eastern Shore 19-6 so far this half. Martin past 2 defenders.
Devin Martin.
Going to score that bucket for Martin, Dan.
Really impressed with Devin Martin. He is a guy who's very versatile. He can play outside or inside, but he has shown his strength here, getting the ball to the basket. That was just a good, hard drive. And there's a lot of tall guys in there, Tom.
Michael Tchaikovsky returns for
You take your life in your hands when you drive it to the basket against these guys.
So Martin, who is in double figures along with his teammate Dominique Elliott, who has 11, and Martin could join him with this free throw. Good free throw shooter, 82% of the season, 6th best in the MEAC.
But again, even though a guy like Martin is a good free throw shooter, and as a team, they shoot it well from a percentage basis, but coming in, they were to this game, they were outscored by their opponents by 58 points from the free throw line, and Maryland has continued. They've outscored them by 10 tonight.
It's out of bounds, and it will stay with the Terps.
Bobby Collins has to be happy. His guys continue to be aggressive. Very nearly a steal that time. Elliott's got to be careful, though. He's got 3 personal fouls.
Tchaikovsky back into the lineup. Dan with some exquisite telestrator work showing you one of his moves in the first half. Now Stone wanted one of his own but lost the handle. That's going to go off on the Hawks. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Maryland.
Yeah, the shot clock did not reset because Maryland Eastern Shore never gained possession of the ball. Well, now the officials are saying to reset the clock because Maryland Eastern Shore did gain possession of the ball. That's Rob Riley saying get it going.
Lewis Garrison, Matt Morales also on the officiating crew. Now into the evening. 5:30 on the East Coast. Inside a 14-minute second half. Maryland and Maryland Eastern Shore.
See, Elliott in there has 3 personal fouls. Be a good idea to go after him, get the ball to Diamond Stone.
Nickens without hesitation.
Or it would be a good idea to have Nickens shoot it through. Either one works.
9 points for Nickens. 3 of 6 from 3-point distance. Hawks try the entry, and we get a whistle to stop play. Time for the State Farm assist of the game, and it comes from Suleiman to Lehman.
That was early in the first half. We mentioned Suleiman's got 9 assists. That's only one of them, and that wasn't even the most impressive.
Suleiman with 4 points, all in the second half. Lehman have 7. Called the foul on Stone, his second. Wrestle for the loose ball. It appeared the two Hawks got tied up. It went out of bounds and will stay at this end of the court.
That gives you an example right there in that play of how difficult it is for the Hawks. Martin got inside, but then he was trapped. There's Tchaikovsky, there's Diamond Stone. How are you supposed to get the ball up through those two?
A very robust front line for these Maryland Terrapins. Size, strength, experience combined with some great contributions from newcomers. That's why the excitement level is at a fever pitch around Maryland basketball. 6th in the country right now and just 1 loss on the season. Tough shot for Martin with the shot clock on his back. He follows his shot, dumps it off, and it will not count. The jam will not count because of a shot clock violation.
The ball that he shot never hit the rim. He had that step back 3. It hit the backboard, but it never hit the rim. So he gets the rebound, gets it in. The ball is still in the hands of the shooter as the shot clock goes to 0.
Yep, that was Elliott trying to beat the shot clock with the jam, couldn't do it.
And University of Maryland Eastern Shore, we mentioned they've had problems shooting the 3 this year, only 2 for 11 in the game today. They were coming in at 28%.
20, Johnson Caldwell returns for UMES.
Yeah, the Hawks went 5 of 25 in that loss Wednesday at Michigan State, the #1 team in the country right now. Turgeon's Terps, #6 in the country and leading the Hawks from Maryland Eastern Shore, although they will give the ball back in this instance.
Returns for UMES.
See, that's the kind of a play that Mark Turgeon thinks he's unhappy about, but he's really happy about it because he can show it to him on the video, and he can say, look, this is what, we got to do this better.
You know, we talked to Coach Turgeon at the shoot-around today, and his concern was, Dan, that his players would look at the score of the last game by the Hawks, losing 78-35 against Michigan State. They played like a much better team, though, in the first half, although Maryland has come out flying in the second half. Attempted save, unsuccessful.
Well, I think, Tom, that you really have to say that Maryland got up by 14 points right at the end of that half and sort of disengaged, and that allowed the Hawks to get right back in it, but the Terps left no doubt. They came out, as you say, smoking to start the second half.
It was a 7-0 run to close out the first half by Maryland Eastern Shore, and now the shot clock is at 2 and a traveling violation. 14th turnover of the game.
Well, you go on the road, you turn it over 14 times, you shoot 18% from beyond the arc. That is not a formula that generally will give you success, particularly when you're playing the #6 team in the country.
Well, the Hawks have never beaten a Big Ten team. They are 0-35 against the conference, all away from their home court, Princess Anne, Maryland. .11:30 to go in the game. Elliott had to kick it out. This is Copeland against 2 defenders. He ran into the wall of Stone and Tchaikovsky. Brantley to Suleiman. Waiting for reinforcements.
Oh, that's a great pass.
Tchaikovsky got fouled on a great look by Suleiman.